There is something unshakable about a strong woman. She moves with purpose, speaks with conviction, and stands with a presence that cannot be ignored. She is not defined by her past, her struggles, or the opinions of others. She is defined by the fire within her, the resilience in her soul, and the power of her mind. She does not wait for permission to be great, nor does she shrink herself to make others comfortable. She knows who she is, what she wants, and what she is capable of. And when a woman like that decides to rise, nothing in this world can hold her back. A strong woman isn't born, she's made. Strength isn't something handed out freely. It's something built, tested, and proven over time. It's forged in the fire of adversity, in the quiet struggles no one sees, in the battles she fights alone. A strong woman isn't someone who had an easy road. She is someone who had every reason to quit, but refused. Life doesn't hand out strength like a gift wrapped in a pretty bow. It demands that you earn it. It puts you through trials, places obstacles in your path, and dares you to rise above them. A strong woman has known heartbreak, disappointment, and betrayal, but she never let them define her. She took every setback, every moment of doubt, and turned them into stepping stones. She didn't ask for struggle, but when it came, she faced it head on. Strength is built in the moments no one claps for. It's in waking up and pushing forward when every part of you wants to stay down. It's in choosing to rise when you could have stayed broken. It's in picking yourself up after life knocks you down, dusting yourself off, and walking forward as if you were never touched by the storm. A strong woman doesn't just survive, she thrives. She refuses to be a victim of circumstance, refuses to let life dictate her worth. She understands that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever, so she embraces the pain, knowing it is shaping her into someone greater. She doesn't curse the struggle, she thanks it, because without it, she wouldn't be who she is. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt has only sharpened her. The things that were meant to break her only made her more unshakable. A strong woman builds her strength through discipline. She knows that success doesn't come from wishing, it comes from doing. She doesn't rely on luck, she relies on work. She shows up when she's tired, when she's doubted, when the world expects her to fail. And she doesn't just show up, she dominates. She doesn't wait for the perfect moment, she creates it. She understands that consistency is power, and that's why she wins. Not because she was given an advantage, but because she refused to stop. She builds strength in her mind, not just in her body. She understands that her greatest weapon is her mindset. She feeds it with wisdom, surrounds herself with people who challenge her, and never stops learning. She knows that true power comes from within, and no matter what the world throws at her, if her mind is strong, nothing can break her. She doesn't seek shortcuts because she knows real strength is in the journey. She embraces the long road, the tough road, because that's where growth happens. She doesn't envy those who had it easier. She respects her own path. She knows that every hardship has prepared her for something greater, and she wouldn't trade her struggles for anything. A strong woman builds her strength in silence. She doesn't need to broadcast her pain or her victories. She lets her results speak for themselves. She understands that the loudest person in the room is often the weakest. Real power doesn't need to be announced. It is felt. And when she walks into a room, people notice. Not because she demands attention, but because she carries herself with a presence that commands respect. She has built herself up brick by brick, moment by moment. She has stood in the fire and walked through it without flinching. She has faced fears, conquered doubts, and rewritten the narrative of her life. She is living proof that strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you earn. It's built in the sacrifices, the late nights, the hard choices, and the unwavering belief that she is capable of more. So when people look at her and wonder where her strength comes from, they don't see the years of struggle, the nights she cried, the battles she fought alone. They only see the result, a woman who stands tall, unshaken, unstoppable. But she knows. She knows that she wasn't just given strength. She built it. She earned it. And that's why no one can take it away from her. Silence is power. A strong woman understands this better than most. She knows that the loudest voice in the room is rarely the most powerful. The one who constantly needs to be heard, who demands attention, who feels the need to prove herself to everyone, that is not strength. True strength lies in restraint, in composure, in the ability to move in silence and let results speak louder than words ever could. A strong woman doesn't waste energy on unnecessary explanations. She doesn't need to convince anyone of who she is, what she's capable of, or what she deserves. She knows her worth, and that's enough. She doesn't have to argue with people who doubt her because she understands that time will reveal the truth. She has learned that silence unsettles people more than shouting ever could. When others expect a reaction and she gives them nothing, she maintains control. Number 2, she dictates the pace, the energy, and the outcome simply by refusing to engage in battles that do not serve her. She understands that people who are truly powerful don't have to announce it. A lion doesn't have to declare that it's a lion. Its presence alone demands respect. A strong woman moves the same way. She walks into a room and people feel her presence before she even speaks. It's not arrogance, it's assurance. She carries herself with the quiet confidence of someone who has nothing to prove, nothing to fear, and nothing to lose by walking away from anything that doesn't align with her purpose. Her silence is her strength because it forces people to observe rather than assume. She doesn't let people in easily. She guards her energy, her thoughts, and her emotions like a fortress. She knows that not everyone deserves access to her mind, her heart, or her plans. When she speaks, it is with intention. When she shares, it is with purpose. But she does not entertain pointless conversations, unnecessary conflicts, or the need to constantly explain herself. She is selective about where she invests her words, her time, and her energy because she knows that true power is in control, not in chaos. She has learned that silence is the most unsettling response to negativity. When someone disrespects her, she doesn't lash out. She doesn't argue. She doesn't explain why they're wrong. She simply removes herself from the situation. She knows that nothing weakens a person more than trying to prove something to someone who has already made up their mind. She doesn't give people that power. She lets her success, her growth, and her actions speak for her. And they do, louder than any words ever could. A strong woman doesn't need validation from the world. She isn't looking for approval, applause, or recognition. She is content with knowing she is doing the right thing, whether or not anyone acknowledges it. She understands that silence gives her an edge. It allows her to move strategically, to observe more than she speaks, to understand people and situations before she makes a move. While others waste time talking about what they're going to do, she is already doing it. While others argue, she is building. While others are making noise, she is making progress. Silence also gives her peace. She refuses to let the chaos of the world disturb her inner calm. She doesn't react to every criticism, every rumor, every insult thrown her way. She is unshakable because she has learned that not everything deserves a response. She chooses her battles wisely, and most of the time she chooses not to engage at all, because she knows that the moment she allows someone to pull her into their chaos, she has given them power over her. And a strong woman never gives away her power. Her silence is not weakness, it is discipline. It is the ability to rise above pettiness, to stay focused on her goals, and to protect her peace at all costs. It is the wisdom to know when to speak and when to let her actions do the talking. It is the confidence to stand tall even when no one understands her, to walk away when something no longer serves her, and to move forward without seeking approval. People often mistake silence for submission, but a strong woman knows that silence is sometimes the loudest statement she can make. It tells people she is not easily provoked, not easily swayed, and not easily broken. It forces people to acknowledge her presence, not because she demands it, but because she has earned it. She knows that a woman who can control her words can control her world, and that is the ultimate power. Independence is a choice. A strong woman does not stand alone because she has to. She stands alone because she chooses to. She understands that her value is not tied to anyone else, that her worth is not determined by her relationships, and that her happiness is not dependent on another person's presence. She is whole on her own. She does not wait for permission to live the life she envisions, nor does she rely on someone else to create that life for her. She takes control. She builds. She becomes. A strong woman knows that independence is not just about financial freedom or physical self-sufficiency. It is a mindset. It is the ability to think for herself, to trust her own judgment, to walk away from anything that does not align with her values. She does not seek approval before making decisions, and she does not hesitate to carve her own path, even if she has to walk it alone. She understands that true freedom comes from within, from knowing that she is in control of her own destiny, that she does not need saving because she was never lost. She does not fear solitude. She embraces it. She finds strength in her own company, peace in her own thoughts, and power in her own presence. She does not need constant validation, nor does she seek comfort in the arms of those who do not value her. She chooses relationships, friendships, and partnerships based on respect and alignment, not necessity or fear of being alone. She does not cling to people out of weakness. She walks beside them out of choice. And if they no longer serve her growth, she lets them go without hesitation, without regret. She understands that independence requires responsibility. She does not blame others for her circumstances, does not wait for opportunities to be handed to her. She creates them. She works for what she wants, not expecting anything to be given freely. She knows that everything she desires is within her power to achieve, and she refuses to let excuses stand in her way. She does not depend on someone else to build her dreams. She builds them herself, brick by brick, step by step. A strong woman does not seek validation from the world. She does not need to be told she is strong, beautiful, or capable. She already knows. She does not look for love to fill a void because there is no void. She does not enter relationships seeking completion because she is already whole. She does not lower her standards to fit into someone else's life because she knows that if she has to shrink to be loved, it is not love worth having. She stands firm in her expectations, knowing that the right people will rise to meet them and the wrong ones will fade away. She moves through life with confidence, making decisions based on her own needs, goals, and vision. She does not allow herself to be controlled, manipulated, or swayed by the opinions of others. She listens, she learns, but she always chooses for herself. She knows that her life is hers to live, and she refuses to let anyone else dictate the direction she takes. She is fearless in her independence, unwavering in her convictions, and unstoppable in her pursuit of what she deserves. She is not afraid to ask for help, but she never waits for it. She knows that strength is not in doing everything alone, but in knowing that she can if she must. She is not too proud to lean on others, but she is never reliant on them. She understands the balance between independence and connection, between strength and vulnerability. She knows that being strong does not mean shutting people out, but rather ensuring that the people she lets in are those who uplift, support, and respect her autonomy. A strong woman is the architect of her own life. She does not wait for things to happen. She makes them happen. She does not hope for change. She creates it. She does not fear failure. She learns from it. She is relentless in her growth, determined in her path, and unshaken in her belief that she alone is responsible for the life she lives. She is not looking for someone to complete her, to fix her, to save her. She does not need saving. She is her own rescue, her own hero, her own foundation. She chooses independence not because she has no other option, but because she knows that her strength, her happiness, and her success come from within. She is whole, she is powerful, and she is unstoppable. Resilience defines her. A strong woman is not measured by how many times she falls, but by how many times she rises. Life will test her, throw obstacles in her path, shake the ground beneath her feet, and try to break her spirit. But no matter what comes her way, she refuses to stay down. She refuses to be defeated. She has learned that resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it with courage, enduring it with grace, and emerging from it stronger than before. She understands that life is not always fair. She knows that pain is inevitable, that disappointment is part of the journey, and that setbacks are unavoidable. But she does not allow these things to define her. She takes every hardship and turns it into wisdom. She uses every failure as a lesson. She does not dwell on what went wrong. She focuses on what she can do next. She does not waste time feeling sorry for herself because she knows that self-pity does nothing but keep her stuck. Instead, she stands back up, dusts herself off, and keeps moving forward. A strong woman does not break under pressure. She bends, she adapts, she finds another way. When one door closes, she does not stand there knocking. She builds a new door. She understands that obstacles are not roadblocks. They are tests of her determination. They are opportunities to prove to herself just how capable she truly is. She does not fear failure because she knows that failure is not the end. It is simply a part of the process. To prevent the failure-driven person can ultimately make better choices. I would have no compassion for the win. Every great success has been built on a foundation of setbacks, and she is willing to endure them because she knows what she is working toward. She has walked through storms that would have destroyed others. She has faced heartbreak, betrayal, loss, and rejection, yet she has never let them break her spirit. She knows that pain is a teacher, that struggles shape her into someone stronger, wiser, and more unshakable. She does not see herself as a victim of circumstance. She sees herself as a survivor. She takes everything life throws at her and turns it into fuel. She refuses to let hardships make her bitter. Instead, they make her better. A strong woman knows that resilience is a choice. She wakes up every day and chooses to keep going, even when it would be easier to quit. She refuses to let fear control her, to let doubt hold her back, to let failure define her. She understands that strength is not the absence of struggle, it is the ability to push through it. It is the ability to look hardship in the face and say, "You will not break me." It is the ability to rise again and again, no matter how many times life tries to knock her down. She does not wait for someone to save her. She does not wait for circumstances to change or for luck to be on her side. She takes control of her own destiny. She knows that resilience is not just about survival, it is about growth. It is about using every challenge as a stepping stone to become even stronger. She does not allow setbacks to make her question her worth. She knows who she is, and she knows that nothing can take that away from her. She does not complain about the struggle, she embraces it. She knows that diamonds are formed under pressure, that strength is built through resistance, that the greatest victories come from the toughest battles. She does not avoid difficulty, she faces it head on. She does not shrink in the face of adversity, she stands tall. She does not let life defeat her, she rises over and over again until nothing can shake her. A strong woman is resilient because she refuses to be anything else. She has made the choice to keep moving forward, no matter what. She has built herself up through every trial, through every hardship, through every painful moment that could have broken her. And now she stands tall, unshaken, unstoppable. She is living proof that resilience is not about never falling, it is about always getting back up. And no matter what comes next, she knows one thing for certain: she will never stop rising. A strong woman is fearless in her authenticity. She does not shrink herself to fit into someone else's expectations, nor does she compromise her values to make others comfortable. She stands firm in who she is, unapologetic about her dreams, her standards, and her ambitions. She has spent too much time becoming the woman she is to let the world tell her how to be. She does not seek approval because she is already approved of herself. She has learned that authenticity is power. There is no strength in pretending to be someone she is not. There is no victory in living a life that pleases others while betraying herself. She refuses to wear a mask, to play a role, or to adjust her personality just to be accepted. She has seen what happens to those who live for validation. They become prisoners of other people's opinions, and she refuses to live that way. My goodness, the arties are back. She has made peace with the fact that not everyone will like her, not everyone will understand her, and not everyone will support her, and that is perfectly fine. She does not exist to be liked. She exists to be real. A strong woman does not follow trends. She follows her own path. She does not conform just because society tells her to. She does not let fear of judgment dictate her choices. She knows that true happiness comes from being aligned with her own truth. She speaks her mind, even when her voice shakes. She stands by her beliefs, even when it is unpopular. She lives in a way that feels right to her, not in a way that makes others feel comfortable. She is who she is. She thinks who she is, and she lives as she lives, regardless of what anyone else thinks of her. She is not reckless, but she is also not afraid to go against the grain. She understands that authenticity attracts the right people. She is not interested in surface-level relationships, fake friendships, or shallow conversations. She surrounds herself with people who appreciate her for who she is, not for who she pretends to be. She does not waste time trying to prove her worth to those who do not see it. She knows that the right people will recognize her value without her having to convince them, and those who do not, she lets them go without hesitation, without regret. A strong woman does not compare herself to others. She does not measure her success by someone else's standards. She understands that her journey is her own, that her path is unique, and that she has nothing to prove to anyone. She refuses to let society pressure her into rushing, settling, or dimming her light. She moves at her own pace, in her own time, without worrying about who is ahead or behind. She celebrates other people's wins without questioning her own. She knows that what is meant for her will never miss her, and what misses her was never meant for her. She is secure in herself because she has done the work. She has faced her insecurities, confronted her fears, and embraced her flaws. She does not pretend to be perfect because perfection is an illusion. She owns her mistakes, learns from them, and keeps moving forward. She does not let failure define her, nor does she let success change her. She remains grounded, knowing that her worth is not determined by her achievements, her looks, or her status. Her worth comes from within, and nothing external can take that away from her. A strong woman speaks her truth, even when it is difficult. She does not stay silent to keep the peace if that peace comes at the cost of her authenticity. She does not suppress her emotions to appear strong because she knows that real strength is in vulnerability. She expresses herself boldly, fearlessly, and honestly. She does not apologize for having high standards, for expecting respect, or for choosing herself. She knows that her voice matters, and she uses it wisely. She is not afraid of being alone because she would rather stand alone in truth than be surrounded by people who only love a version of her that is not real. She does not seek validation from relationships, social media, or material things. She is already complete. She is already enough. She does not need external confirmation to know that she is on the right path. She trusts herself. A strong woman understands that being authentic is not always easy. It comes with criticism, rejection, and sometimes loneliness. But she would rather be real and misunderstood than fake and accepted. She refuses to dim her light to make others feel comfortable. She refuses to live a life that is not hers just to please the crowd. She chooses authenticity over approval, truth over acceptance, and self-respect over popularity. And not alone is better than alone, because George Michael says, again, this is the list. To bring out your art right when you were born. She stands tall in who she is, knowing that there is no greater power than a woman who refuses to be anything other than herself. She has fought too hard to become the woman she is today, and she will not let anyone take that away from her. She is strong, not because she is perfect, but because she is real. And in a world that constantly tries to shape her into something else, that is the most powerful thing she can be. A strong woman is unstoppable in her purpose. She does not wait for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect opportunity. She creates them. She knows that if she wants something, she has to go after it with everything she has. She does not wait for permission, approval, or validation. She moves forward with determination, with discipline, with an unshakable belief in herself. She understands that success is not about luck. It is about effort, resilience, and persistence. She does not rely on motivation alone. She relies on her commitment to the vision she has for her life. She does not back down when things get hard. She knows that challenges are part of the process, that obstacles are just stepping stones, that rejection is just redirection. She does not see failure as a reason to quit. She sees it as proof that she is trying, growing, learning. Every setback only fuels her to push harder, to go further, to prove to herself that nothing and no one can stop her. Simon Couture, A Warning Story. Phelim Hirsch, America's Finest Singer, World Champion, Tonight and Last Night. She does not let fear paralyze her because she understands that fear is nothing but a test of how badly she wants something. And when she wants something, nothing stands in her way. A strong woman does not dream small. She does not settle for an average life when she knows she is capable of greatness. She sets goals that scare her, dreams that challenge her, and expectations that push her beyond her comfort zone. She does not allow the opinions of others to shrink her vision. She does not listen to those who tell her to be realistic, to play it safe, to take the easy road. She was not built for mediocrity. She was built for more. And she chases that more with relentless energy, knowing that she has everything within her to make it happen. She understands that discipline is the difference between those who succeed and those who give up. She does not wait until she feels like doing the work. She does it anyway. She does not make excuses. She makes progress. She does not let distractions pull her away from her purpose. She knows that every action, every decision, every sacrifice is building the future she wants. While others waste time doubting, while others hesitate, she is moving forward. While others talk about their dreams, she is making hers a reality. A strong woman is not afraid to outgrow people, places, or situations that no longer align with her purpose. She knows that elevation requires separation. She does not hold on to relationships that drain her, environments that limit her, or habits that keep her stuck. She has learned that growth is uncomfortable, that success demands sacrifice, and that sometimes she has to walk alone for a while. She is willing to do what it takes because she understands that nothing worth having comes easy. She is not afraid to let go of what no longer serves her because she trusts that something greater is always ahead. She does not allow doubt to control her mind. She does not let fear of failure stop her from trying. She does not allow past mistakes to make her question her ability to succeed. She has mastered the art of self-belief. Even when the world doubts her, even when people do not see her vision, she keeps going. She does not need anyone else to see the dream. She sees it clearly for herself. She does not need anyone else to believe in her. She believes in herself. She knows that if she stays focused, stays consistent, and stays true to her purpose, success is inevitable. A strong woman does not just work hard, she works smart. She understands that effort without strategy leads to burnout. She learns, she studies, she adapts. She does not fear change. She embraces it. She understands that success is about constant growth, constant learning, constant improvement. She does not let her ego get in the way of progress. If she needs to pivot, she pivots. If she needs to learn a new skill, she does. If she needs to take a different approach, she is willing. She is always evolving, always leveling up, always becoming the best version of herself. She does not wait for external motivation. She creates her own. She is fueled by her vision, by her purpose, by the deep understanding that she was made for something greater. She wakes up with intention, moves with purpose, and refuses to let a single day go to waste. She does not just dream about the life she wants, she works for it every single day. And because of that, she is unstoppable. A strong woman does not ask for a seat at the table, she builds her own table. She does not wait for opportunities, she creates them. She does not fear the unknown, she embraces it. She does not wonder if she is good enough, she knows she is. She is driven, disciplined, determined, and nothing will stand in her way. She does not just want success, she is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. And because of that, there is nothing in this world that can stop her